Hi guys! In this video we are going to look at mitosis. Now you may have heard this term in your biology many times, or maybe this is your first time taking biology and your first time hearing this word. So let's define it first. Mitosis is the process by which one cell divides to produce daughter cells or identical cells. So in simple terms, it's a form of cell division. And when we say mitosis, we're usually referring to somatic cells. And somatic cells, so you might not know what that is. Somatic cells are all your cells except for sex cells. So any cell that is not sperm or ovum, that is somatic cell. Okay, so mitosis excludes sex cells, but it includes somatic cells, which are all your other body cells. Okay, so let's see why mitosis is important in the first place. Why do we need mitosis? What's its role in our body? Mitosis is actually what is responsible for the growth in children or even adults. And when you injure yourself or say you accidentally cut yourself, it is mitosis that is going to heal that wound by producing new cells. And it's also involved in replacing old cells or damaged cells. For example, your skin cells. There's constantly damaged skin cells or even old cells that need to be replaced. So that is when mitosis comes into the picture. Okay, so it is cell division. And we say a parent cell, so the original cell is going to divide to produce two genetically identical daughter cells. So in simple term, what that means is if it's a skin cell, it's going to produce skin cells. That's one example. So the cells are going to be genetically identical, okay? All right, let's start with the process of mitosis itself. So how does a cell produce new cells? Or before we start, let me give you the acronym that is going to help you memorize it. It's called PMAT. So these are the different stages of mitosis, okay? Let's start with the first stage. The first stage is called the prophase. Let's write that down. And you're welcome to take notes as you're watching this video because it might help improve your memory. All right, so prophase. So what happens in prophase? What happened? There is another phase before this that happens, which is called the interphase, but that is a whole, that's not directly a stage of mitosis. So I'm not going to touch that in this video, okay? This is assuming that the interphase has already been covered. So in prophase, you have 46 chromosomes present in the cell. And again, I'm referring to human cells. So humans have 46 chromosomes. We're talking about the somatic cells, okay? Not sex cells. So the somatic cells, they have 46 chromosomes. We represent this with 2n because 23 of those chromosomes come from the mom and 23 from the dad, or 23 from one partner, 23 from the other partner. And together they become 46 chromosomes in the somatic cells. Okay, or we also call it the di or diploid cell, diploid or diploid cell. Okay, so that's when you hear 2n, that's what it means. Okay, it's the set of chromosomes you received from each parent. All right. So during prophase, we have 46 chromosomes. And they will condense, very visible. The next stage is the metaphase. So during metaphase, it's still the exact same cell, and we have the same number of chromosomes. So I'm only drawing 4, but it's supposed to be 46. Okay, this is just for me to simplify the drawing for you guys. So 46 chromosomes, and in metaphase, you remember the M, okay, PMAT. They're going to line up at the equator. So you can see they've all lined up at the equator there in the middle. Okay, M will help you remember the middle part. So the chromosomes are all in the middle. but it's still the same number of chromosomes. The next phase is called the anaphase. So let's write that down. Again, it's the same cell, exact same cell. And this is where things get interesting. So during anaphase, what's going to happen is that the chromosomes are going to, the centromere split, okay? So what's going to happen is that the chromosome is being separated into the chromatids. So you see the sister chromatids are separating. You see 46 go to one side, and again, these are chromatids. I'm going to write that down. And 46 chromatids on the other side. So altogether you have 46 plus 46, 12. So that would be, altogether it would be 92 chromatids. Okay, so 6 plus 6 is 12, 1 carried, so 92 chromatids. So during anaphase, you see they're apart. Okay, remember the A, they're going apart. The chromatids are going to different ends of the cell. And then there's the telophase. Maybe I should cover okay, let's look into the difference between chromosome and chromatids, because students do tend to make mistakes there. So let's look at, let me tell you what chromosome and chromatid, what the difference is. So you know what a chromosome is, right? It's our genetic material. It's the DNA called into that. So in this case where we were looking at prophase, you saw the chromosome, it's made of two sister chromatids. So this whole thing is a chromosome, okay? And this chromosome is made of sister chromatids. So each strain alone is the chromatid. Okay, that's the chromatid. So the whole thing is chromosome, but the two separate strands there are the chromatids. Now let me erase that and let's go back to telophase. Okay, let's go to telophase. So remember, anaphase, the sister chromatids are no longer attached to each other. So each chromatid is now an individual, it's like an individual chromosome. Oops. Okay. All right. Then we have the telophase. So telophase is again one of those interesting phases. Let me draw the cell. Oops. Let me redo that. Okay, let's draw it again. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that, but the cell is about to split. Okay, it's about to divide into two. And now let me just redraw that. I need you to see it so that you can visualize what's happening. So I need you to see it clearly. Let me redraw that. Okay, we're going to, should I proceed? Okay. All right, this should be good enough. So telophase is where this cell, oops, that went a little, my goodness. Let's redo that. Hopefully we get it right this time. So telophase is when the chromosome, so the chromatids are going to officially go to each end, right? They're already at the end, but you see the membrane's already forming there. The chromosomes we saw previously are already at the opposite poles, but now the nuclear envelope formed, okay? The nuclear envelope's formed, and the chromosomes are going to slowly uncoil back into chromatin, and the cell is ready to divide. Okay, the cytoplasm of the cell is now ready to divide. And again, now we have 46 chromatids on one side and then 46 chromatids on the other side, and there's already the nuclear membrane and the cytoplasm is ready to divide. So this is where the final step comes in. It's a process. It's called cytokinesis. Let's spell that out. And cytokinesis is going to divide the cytoplasm. So done. The cytoplasm is divided through cytokinesis. You can see the membrane pinches inwards. In telophase, you see that cleavage that was the cleavage furrow there. Now it's gone. Now our cells are complete. So now we have two genetically identical diploid daughter cells. Again, we're going to draw the full set of chromosomes there. So it's going to be just like the parent cell. We started with 46 chromosomes. We're going to end with two cells, each having 46 chromosomes. So let me just write that down so you don't get confused. Those are 46 chromosomes here and 46 chromosomes there. Okay, so again, mitosis is cell division of somatic cells. It has 4 phases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. The cytokinesis is just the process that divides the cytoplasm, by the way. So the main phases are the prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And the whole idea of mitosis is for a cell to divide and form genetically identical cells. So that with the skin cell, for example, you needed more skin cell. That one cell produced 2 cells. Now each cell can produce can divide into 2 more cells. And that's the whole idea behind mitosis. I hope this video was helpful. In the next video, we will look at meiosis. And remember, mitosis, the final product, the 2 cells, are identical daughter cells. All right, I hope to see you in the next video so we can cover meiosis. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to type them out in the comments section and let me know if you have any other requests, video requests, or anything that you'd like me to share in upcoming videos. Thank you.